watching Juan Gotti Talking Sports.
YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here with yet another Washington football team video, and in today's video we're going to talk about Justin Fields' pro day that he just had. More importantly, because Washington members were spotted at his pro day, so obviously we're interested in Justin Fields, doing our due diligence. So I'm doing my part by breaking down his pro day to you guys. So before we get into today's video, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload a video about the NFL. In this case, our Washington football team. Let's get straight into today's video. So yeah, man, as you guys know, Justin Fields had his pro day today, and I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I was impressed. This guy looked phenomenal, and like I said with Trey Lance's pro day, I'm going to take everything with a grain of salt because obviously it's a pro day. It's made for the quarterback or the said position to look good. I was a little more impressed with Justin Fields' pro day just because of the impression that Ohio State quarterbacks are put in, and it's no shame to him. It's not his fault. But you guys know, look at the quarterbacks that came before him from Ohio State. Terrible. Terrell Pryor, JT Barrett, Dwayne Haskins, I can go on. These guys have been terrible in the league. That Justin Fields can be the quarterback after seeing his pro day, can be the quarterback to change that narrative of Ohio State football. The guy was just phenomenal today, and I always knew he had talent going back to his days in college, especially this year. You know what really made me think of Justin Fields as a baller was when he played this year in the college football playoffs, hurt, and he killed Clemson. Even with the injured ribs or whatever the injury was, he killed those boys, and that showed me the guy wants it all. He has heart, and he's going to do whatever it takes to be great at the next level. And I just knew right then and there he had what it takes to be a quarterback in the NFL. How does this relate to our Washington football team before we get into the pro day exactly? Martin Mayhew and Scott Turner was spotted at his pro day, and honestly, we're just doing our due diligence. We know that we need a quarterback. They were at Trey Lance's pro day, and so this is no surprise. So I know a lot of Washington fans that want Justin Fields is probably hyped about this, but calm down. I don't mean to burst the bubble, but it's all a part of the job. Still don't think Washington is going to trade up, but who never knows? Maybe they could be just impressed about his pro day as I was, to the point where they want to trade up all the way to probably 4 or 5. I still don't think it's smart to do. Justin Fields could probably be that good in their eyes to the point where they want to trade up all the way to 4. Although I would not agree with trading up in the draft, considering the fact all of the compensation we're going to have to give up to move up that far from 19. If this is what Ron Rivera and Scott Turner believe is the best situation for Washington, I'm going to be on board with it no matter what. Like I said, I don't want to trade up, but if it happens, it happens. So getting into Justin Fields' pro day, the guy ran a 4.4 in his 40-yard dash. Some other, scouts had him at a 4.3, so it's around a 4.3, 4.4. And what's scary is a lot of analysts said that he did not run his fastest. They believe he can run a little bit more faster than that. Did stumble coming out of his break, so it is clear that he can run faster than that, but a 4.4, 4.3 is still mighty fast. We all knew Justin Fields was going to have a great 40 time because the guy was just athletic, and he was just an athlete coming out of Ohio State, so we knew it wasn't going to be nothing bad. 4.4 is phenomenal and a dual threat quarterback because we know he has a rocket for an arm. So getting into his throwing sessions, guy was a stud in his throwing session, man. I'm telling you guys, the dude had some flame coming off the ball, some strength, some touch, something that Dwayne Haskins, and I'm sorry to keep reiterating this guy because I know it's in the past, but this is really what bugged us as Washington fans about Dwayne Haskins, is that it's not that he doesn't have the arm talent. It's clear that he has the arm talent. He just couldn't throw a beautiful touch pass type of ball. Every ball, doesn't matter if it was short, medium, or long, had to be 90 miles per hour. He doesn't know how to float it over the top, and Justin Fields, and just like I said in Trey Lance's video, he knows how to do it. Although they have strong arms and baseball type arms, they know when to throw the heater and when to throw the off speed, and that's what makes them dangerous and so good at the next level. And that's just one thing that amazed me about Justin Fields today. Another thing that I liked about Justin Fields, and this is really seen throughout the whole pro days of each quarterback, how repetitive he is with his throws. And what I mean by that is he made countless throws without having mistakes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 5, 6, 7, 8 throws, and this is just a random number out of his throwing session today where he made a few mistakes. Other than that, the guy was money, 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 and that's just what I like about a quarterback that can continue to do it and continue to get better. I don't want another quarterback here in Burgundy and Gold, and I'm not saying Justin Fields is going to be a quarterback here, but I don't want another quarterback in Washington that's going to look good one play, then the next play make you be like, good Lord, man, what are you doing? Justin Fields showed us today, and like I said once again, I highly doubt we're going to draft him. He's going to be one of the first 4 quarterbacks off the board, but if we were to trade up for him, this is one reason that would make it good. He knows he's a guy that's going to continue to do things the right way and continue to repeat off of his last good performance. One shows me that you have the capability to continue to do it, and it also shows me that it's not a fluke. According to Matt Miller on Twitter, he just had a NFL scout text him and say about Justin Fields that this was the best QB workout that he's seen in a while, and who knows, it could be Washington. Guy has a rocket forearm that was never in question. In fact, I believe he threw a 60 to 70 yard pass on the run today in his pro day and just left the crowd wow. And then other people on Twitter were going crazy saying all I gotta say is QB1 day 1. From my experience watching Justin Fields pro day today, he was just on the money. The short passes, the medium passes, and the deep passes were all on the money. His deep ball is a beauty to watch. Like I said before, with Washington being there, that being Scott Turner and Martin Mayhew, is obviously some interest in Justin Fields, and if we did end up drafting Justin Fields, he could be so good for this offense in the future because he can sit behind Ryan Fitzpatrick, learn the game mentally from a standpoint, and then he'll be ready to rock and roll next year. And just look at the dual threat ability that he brings to this offense. He will run this offense to a T. We finally will have a quarterback with some ability to escape the pocket and stem plays and throw on the run, have some touch. It's going to be so beautiful if this was the choice. Like I said, I don't think it's going to be the choice. Not saying we're going to draft him, but I'm just saying if it is in fact a way we trade up to get him, he could be so special for us. So yeah, man, not a long video at all today. I just wanted to come on here and talk about Justin Fields pro day. The guy was phenomenal today, and he is for sure going to be selected in the first 4 picks of this draft. I really believe so, but if any way Washington can land him, I'm all for it. So yeah, man, it's been your boy Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe, hell to the Washington football team. Let me know how you guys feel about Justin Fields pro day down below. Would you want him? Would you trade up for him? You guys know I wouldn't do it, but I would love to have him if we could find a way. It's been your boy Juan Gotti. I'm out. Peace. Cross me one time, that's gonna get you pop. Get you pop, get you drop, slide on the one where they get you locked on. I ain't stopping till I get me a 100 more.